Gaming is about escaping into another world. You don't control the character, you are the character.
Whether I'm hunting fearsome monsters or growing the best crops, gaming is how I like to relax.
I like gaming because I can go you know?
They help me escape into a world of pure imagination. Video games. What more could you ask for? Endless possibilities.
Welcome back, gamers, to the Off Hunting Podcast. 2022 was an interesting year of gaming, to say the least, and we are back talking about our favorite games of 2022. We're going to go over the Game Awards, going to go over some of the biggest trailers from the Game Awards, and we're going to go through the biggest upcoming releases for 2023, and we're going to get into a little bit about E3 coming back. Unfortunately, KB and Meliodas were not able to join me tonight, but I do have a special guest.
I'm back.
That's right.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jojo. We am back. I'm finally back after a long hiatus to talk about this last year of gaming.
Jojo, how does it feel to be back?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm tired and I need some coffee right now, even though it's like super late at night. I don't care though. This year has been like going through court. It had its ups and it had its downs. Like, Lord have mercy. Oh my Lord.
Well, I know everybody's glad to have you back. And what we're going to do, we are going to start off with our top 5 games from 2022. And Jojo, I'm going to let you start this off. So what were your top 5 games?
No, I insist, Diggs. I insist. I insist.
All right. I respect that. So number 1 for me, Elden Ring, because of course, I mean, what From Software did with Elden Ring was just absolutely amazing. I'm very early in the game, but from everything that I see, the open world is absolutely amazing. It looks like a From Software game, and oh my God,
scenery.
Yeah, right. I know. It's just absolutely amazing. My second game, Horizon Forbidden West. And I love Horizon. I really do. Guerrilla just took it to a whole other level with Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, I love the tribes. I love Aloy. And I love the new machine. And there was so much gameplay improvements from this. It's absolutely amazing. The West looks just terrific. The story, while not as great as the first game, still led you with a lot of surprises and some heartbreaking moments. My third game, come on, God of War Ragnarok. I mean, you have to have God of War Ragnarok on here. Santa Monica Studio, with what they have done with God of War for so many years, absolutely amazing. And Christopher Judge as Kratos, very much deserving of that game award. And I kind of feel bad for Jeff Keighley that Christopher Judge took so long. But hey, with what he went through during development of that game, take as much time as you want, Mr. Judge, with your speech. Take as much time as you want.
Agreed.
Fourth game, Stray. Oh my God, I absolutely love Stray. It is just such a fun game to play. You're playing as a cat in a robot world. What more do you need?
It's basically the cat version, better version of Cyberpunk, for those of you who are unaware. Cyberpunk was super buggy when it came out, basically unplayable, kind of like the Dark Picture Anthology Devil Within Me. But Stray actually brought like a breath of fresh air to, like, especially games where you're literally a freaking animal. Literally an animal.
Mm-hmm.
It brought a breath of fresh air.
I do not know how the developers were able to just make you feel like a cat, like they did. They did not have to go as hard as that, but they did. Absolutely.
Didn't deserve to go that hard.
Yeah.
That ass.
And then my fifth game, I went back and forth on this, but in the end, I'm going with Sifu. I'm going with Sifu.
You're my man for that. You're my man for that.
First of all, I love the dying mechanic where every time you die, you age up. Second of all, I'm really getting into combat in video games, and great combat.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really does. Even though I haven't played it yet, but I haven't had a chance to play it.
Neither have I. But I
yeah.
literally, I've seen nothing but gameplay, and then I've seen modded gameplay.
Oh yeah,
like different skins. I've seen Kung Fu Panda. I've seen what's the guy's name from Persona?
Joker.
Joker from Persona.
Has anybody done a Bruce Lee mod?
I think they have. I'm pretty sure I've seen Bruce Lee. I've seen Liu Kang. I've seen a whole lot of people get modded into that game, and it looks amazing nonetheless. That's a good list. I do have some deterrents.
Sure.
From you. Number one for me is also Elden Ring. Scenery is breathtaking. I mean, it pisses me off just like any Souls game. And this is my first Souls game that I played in over a decade, and I'm I'm engulfed in it. I was playing it. Like, actually, you cut me off from playing it when you sent me the invite to join up on this.
Oh my god, I am so sorry, dude.
You're fine. You're fine. I kept on getting impaled by stone imps. I was I was mad. I needed to detach myself from that game. One of my good friends from the Twitch community actually has already 100%ed it and is already on like a new game plus from it.
Dang.
Dude, wow. Dude goes hard.
Let me just say one more thing. Let me just say one more thing about Elden Ring. Sir Meliodas, who is not a big fan of Souls games, he loved the game. And you know this from our group chat. I mean, he just kept messing with me with Elden Ring.
Elden Ring 2, baby.
I know. That's what he kept doing. All right. What's your second game?
God, there's so many games that came out this past year. It's honestly the list was hard. I barely prepared a list. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's fine.
Sifu was, and it's kind of like I don't really necessarily rank it in a specific order, like just for granted purposes. But Elden Ring is definitely on that list. Sifu was also on that list. I put Evil Dead the game on that.
Okay.
Honestly, I probably put Evil Dead at number 3, just because Dead by Daylight, as far as those kind of games go, Dead by Daylight's been top tier. But as that game came out, they started like going down in pop. In my opinion, the gameplay mechanics kind of like they kept nerfing stuff and it made the community really upset. So when Evil Dead came in, it was like a breath of fresh air for me. And it's from a horror series that I love. So that alone just made it kind of like all worthwhile. When did the Village come out? 2022, or was it the DLC?
That was a DLC.
Yeah, the DLC for I know it's not a full game, but the DLC for Village was amazing. And it brought back the fan favorite third person over the shoulder cam. Nothing against first person with Resident Evil. It was amazing playing Resident Evil in the first person game mode. Yeah. But it doesn't feel like a true Resident Evil game without that third person over the shoulder.
Yeah, that's what Meliodas just kept talking about. And when they announced the third person mode, I'm like, yeah, this is going to go over so well. I'm so glad Capcom did that.
I was happy that Capcom did that too. And it really, as a brand new fan of the series, it was really, I actually had a good time about it. My number 2 spot, funny enough, I gave that to Bendy and the Dark Revival.
Oh, okay.
Bendy and the Dark Revival. I never played it, but a good streamer friend of mine, Skirty, and like also just news for everyone. Total sidebar. Your boy is affiliated on Twitch. Yeah, grinding. It was love every single moment of it. But my buddy Skirty played it on her channel, and it looked absolutely breathtaking. And I finally played the first one this past year. Already excited to play this one coming out. I did my 1, 2, 3, and 4, correct?
Yeah. And you also talked about the Resident Evil DLC.
Oh, so did I do 5? I did 5 already?
Yeah, you could do one more since you did the Resident Evil DLC.
Runner up. Yeah, like DLC, I technically doesn't. Yeah. Honestly, I'll do Spider-Man PC.
Okay. I will accept that.
I know
will accept that because they did a great job with that.
Brand new game. It's technically a rework for the PC gamers, but notice how popular Spider-Man has became again.
Yeah.
With the release on PC, the mods that people are doing for it.
Stan Lee mod.
No, dude, screw the Stan Lee mod. Someone
Oh.
modded that modded in CJ from San Andreas.
Oh my god, that is
Someone
so
modded
cool.
someone modded in Goku. I saw someone modding Goku. I saw somebody modding Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil 8.
Oh my god.
People were modding in just about, if you think it, they modded it. Like it was amazing just to see. Someone modded in Shrek. It was awesome.
Oh, I think I heard about that too.
I saw it. It was amazing. Someone modded in Kingpin.
I saw that one too. That was pretty
TikTok,
good.
gamer TikTok was blowing up with it. Honestly, you know what? I'll put that on number 2 and move Bendy down to number 5. Honestly, screw all that. Like it. You know what I'm really looking forward to? All these games coming in with 2023. This is going to be a prime rib year for games. Diggs, what are a couple games that are coming out this year? Just give us a little synopsis.
Okay, so for me, my top 3 games that I cannot wait to come out. First one, Spider-Man 2. I cannot wait for Spider-Man 2. We have Tony Todd voicing Venom, the Candyman himself. What more do you need?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was.
Yeah.
That's kind of sick. That works.
Hogwarts Legacy is my second one. I've been waiting so long for a proper Hogwarts Harry Potter type of game. And the more I see this, the more excited I get. And I cannot wait for it to come out. And then my third game, Final Fantasy 16. I recently became a fan of Final Fantasy, and this just looks like the biggest Final Fantasy game ever. And I'm just happy.
Our top threes are so different, and it's about to show.
Okay, Jojo, what's your top 3? Go.
My top 3, number 1, because it's coming out like right around the corner, the Dead Space remake.
Oh yeah.
Been waiting on that for a hot minute now, and that looks beautiful. It looks amazing. They're not all they're doing to the story is just touching it up and adding maybe a slight little bit of backlog compared to the previous game, which I literally just played on Twitch, like throughout like a 4-week span on. They're adding more backstory to Isaac. They're actually giving him dialogue, I think, with this time around, because he had like no dialogue in the first game. They're revamping it and in the best way possible, and I could not be more excited for it. Funny enough, that's my second. I'm sorry, I lied. That's my second most anticipated game that I'm looking forward to this year. My first one is the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh,
yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake. That's coming out March, end of March. I'm putting this. I don't care. Take my money. Resident Evil 4 was the best Resident Evil game of all time, and the fact that we're getting a full-on remake, I'm anticipating this game to be at least 150 gigabytes, at least.
Oh, wow.
Like,
you're really calling that.
Well, the original game itself took like 16. It takes the average person 14 to 16 hours to complete. That's with 2005 Xbox 360 graphics.
Yeah, that's true.
Now you're getting a full next-gen rework with that length of a game, with no multiplayer, or not a non-confirmed multiplayer. If anything, it's probably going to be a mercenaries mode, but I doubt it because Chris Redfield wasn't in that game. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the mechanics are. I'm looking forward to some more gameplay. My buddy Platinum, I'm going to call him Platinum because that's his gamer tag and his moniker on Twitch. He's also excited for it. Like I've already requested the day off. Like I'm hyped, and I honestly might stream. I don't know yet. But my third one isn't Last of Us PC coming out this year?
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Not on my top 3, but I'm looking forward to that. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Especially because I'm playing through the first one right now, just on my spare time, along with like Birth by Sleep. I am so hyped for that game to come out. It was big. I'm looking forward to not just the story, but how the multiplayer is going to be looking.
Okay.
Because the multiplayer on the original 360 one, for a third-person shooter, that shit went hard. But let's talk about the games that were released at the Game Awards.
All right, hold on. First thing, I asked both Meliodas and KB to text me their top 3 games for 2023.
Start with KB. Let's start with KB. I want to hear what KB had to say, because I think Monster Hunter Rise is coming out to like Game Pass. Even though I know it's been out for a while, but I want to hear her takes.
Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, because Breath of the Wild was awesome. That's literally what she said. Hades 2, the art style is pretty and
Beautiful.
gameplay looks fun. And then Final Fantasy 16 because she's a fan of the series. And then Meliodas with Dead Island 2, Dead Space, and Resident Evil 4. And his explanation, horror and zombies. What more can you say? All right, before we get into the trailers, let's talk about the awards themselves. And let's see who
just
won.
To dial back on your Christopher Judge. I love that Christopher Judge got introduced not only by Al Pacino, but I love that he got all the time he wanted to get that speech. It was well deserved.
Again,
all these kids gonna see him as Kratos. I remember him as the guy from the original Stargate shows. Like,
and my dad was a big fan of Stargate. So when I told him Christopher Judge was the guy that played Kratos, he was, oh, I know who that is.
And it's the guy that played the Egyptian dude from I can't remember his name, but
I can't remember it either.
Stargate.
But yeah,
Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis. He was loved every single, and not to mention he also did work with Jason Momoa, because Jason Momoa was also in Stargate back in the day. That was one of his
I did not know that
projects.
Actually.
He was in Atlantis. Yeah, a little fun fact.
We're gonna start off with Game of the Year, which of course was Elden Ring, and it definitely deserved that. Best game direction, Elden Ring, definitely deserved that. Best narrative, God of War Ragnarok. I'll give it to them. Okay, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, it's nothing against Ragnarok. I thought they were more deserving games than Ragnarok. Ragnarok got a lot of awards, and I thought that a lot of games got best story. That was definitely one of them, though. But it was just, that's something me and my friends couldn't stop talking about, was like how many awards it got for misunderstanding.
Yeah, I think there was some recency bias with God of War Ragnarok, which we will get into later.
There absolutely was.
Yeah. So with best art direction, Elden Ring, to be honest, I thought Horizon Forbidden West should have won this. However, I can't argue with Elden Ring.
Elden Ring was a beautiful game. I'm not even going to argue. I thought that was a well-deserved award. Honestly, it's not Elden Ring. I thought Stray actually had that. Honestly, I thought Stray was going to get that, though, for real. Honestly, and Elden Ring was like a nice surprise.
Okay, this is the one that, I could not believe this.
Every
best
single
score
game
and music. Best score and music, God of War Ragnarok. I thought that should have gone to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I'll be honest.
Personally, I thought that should have gone to Metal Hellsinger.
Yeah. That too.
I love the rock. I love the metal. That or Plague Tale Requiem. That was a good one too.
Best audio design, God of War Ragnarok. Take it or leave it. Maybe Gran Turismo 7 should have gotten that, but
I'm not sure about that one.
Games for Impact, As Dusk Falls. I knew it was going to win. I knew this one was going to win.
See, I didn't know too much about the category, so I didn't really have a take on it.
Best ongoing, Final Fantasy 14. Yeah. Didn't they just release an update in 2022?
Funny enough, I actually thought that was going to go to Destiny 2 or Fortnite. That award I thought was going to go to Destiny 2 or Fortnite because of how big both of those games communities are. And I thought
best indie game. You look at the best nominee. You look at the nominees for best indie. All of them definitely deserve this, but you knew it was going to be Stray because Stray was nominated for Game of the Year.
Funny enough, I thought it was going to be Sifu.
Best mobile game, Marvel Snap. I know nothing about Marvel Snap, so
Marvel Snap. I played a little bit of it. It was decent. But it was decent. I kind of saw it coming because it was fresh. It was new. Everyone loved Marvel. It was anticipated.
Best community support that went to Final Fantasy 14.
I probably would have given that one to either Fortnite or Destiny, but I can't argue.
Innovation and accessibility that went to God of War Ragnarok. Can't really argue with what Sony and its first party does with games, but I thought that should have gone to The Last of Us Part 1 because they took
I'll second that.
Yeah, because they took the accessibility from The Last of Us Part 2 and they put it in The Last of Us Part 1. I kind of get their point of not wanting to give Last of Us every time there's accessibility, but you can play The Last of Us blind. Best VR/AR that went to Mossberg Book 2.
I wanted Among Us VR to win that so bad. I wanted Among Us VR to win that game so bad. Bayonetta 3 was well deserved for
yes, for best action game, definitely well deserved.
I would have given that.
Although if Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge won, I wouldn't have been disappointed.
Honestly, I would have given that Sifu. Sifu should, I want to say would have been the runner-up, just because the game is literally nothing but a martial arts sim.
Best action adventure. We all knew it was going to be God of War Ragnarok. We all knew.
Yeah, that was honestly well deserved.
Role playing, Elden Ring, all the
Elden
way.
Ring.
Everybody knew that.
Elden
Best
Ring.
fighting game. This is the one I think got the most controversy.
That was this was hugely controversial.
I thought that should have gone to Sifu, but is it really considered a fighting game? I guess they had the question of, is it really a fighting game or is it more of an action game?
I would have given it to Sifu or JoJo All-Star Battle Royale. I would have given
King of Fighters 15 probably could have gotten the award too, if I'm being honest.
I don't know too much about it, but Sifu definitely should have been there, honestly, for sure.
Of course, Kirby and the Forgotten Land gets best family game.
I thought that would have went to the Lego game for sure. Especially with it being Lego Star Wars.
Best sim/strategy, that went to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I don't play any of these games, so I can't speak on it. I don't know if you can, JoJo.
What category was this again?
Best sim/strategy game.
Would have given that to Total War.
Okay. Best sports/racing game. We all knew that was going to Gran Turismo 7. I don't think a sports game has won in this category at all. I think it's always gone to a racing game, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, I would have given that to Formula One. I totally would have given that to Formula 122. Those games are epic.
Best multiplayer game, that went to Splatoon 3.
Surprised I didn't go to Call of Duty. Genuinely.
I know. Best debut indie, again, Stray. Best adaptation, that went to Arcane League of Legends. Yes.
It wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah, but Arcane was just absolutely amazing.
Arcane is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was a breathtaking movie. With all the tie-ins to Sonic Adventures, Sonic Heroes, all the OG games that we all grew up with.
Okay, most anticipated, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
RE4 should have won that. I'm sorry. RE4 should have won that.
How is Spider-Man 2 not nominated for this?
Because
how is Spider-Man 2 not nominated?
There's no confirmed release date. Because there's no confirmed release date.
There's no confirmed release date on Starfield either.
Yeah, but Starfield has had more traction. Insomniac didn't. If Insomniac didn't want to put it in the awards, well, Starfield also has gameplay.
Good point. Okay.
Starfield also has gameplay. All they have are teaser trailers for Spider-Man 2.
Yes. Insomniac has stated, though, that Spider-Man 2 is on track to release in fall, and I trust Insomniac more than any other game developer.
Delay it. I can see them delaying it.
I don't know. Hey, with what Insomniac has done already this generation, I wouldn't put it past them to get this done on time.
It really all depends on what other games are coming out. Honestly, because Insomniac, they want to be head of the pack off release, but they guarantee good quality of games. But if another AAA game is coming out, they will push it back to make sure it's not coinciding, and so that way, because Insomniac wants to get sales too. They're big on sale.
And then we had two games that were released after the Game Awards, two pretty big ones in High on Life and Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. And High on Life is very interesting because critics did not like it that much, but the fans obviously did. Wasn't it like the highest rated game on Game Pass?
Oh, if not, it was definitely up there in the top 5 easily. That game, I played a little bit of it. That game is fun as hell. It's literally like it's a video game that makes you feel like you're part of like the Rick and Morty universe. And in total Rick and Morty fashion, you can do some shit that you can't do it. You can do some stuff that you can't really do in like a lot of games. You can like literally kill children in that game. It sounds messed up, but unless you play it,
well, unless you know Rick and Morty, it makes a lot of sense.
It makes total sense. Like literally, the kid that you gotta kill is so annoying.
And then you have Crisis Core, which was that game released on the PSP?
I don't know. I wasn't a Final Fantasy guy growing up.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure myself. But when this was announced, people were so excited. Comes out. I know people were excited about it. Personally, I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but from what I heard, it turned out pretty well. Now let's get on to these trailers, and we're going to do a little something with this. Jojo, why don't you explain it? It was your idea.
Today, all right, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cop or Drop, your family-friendly game. We take 30 seconds to go over again. 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. We're going to go over a game. We're going to tell everyone if we want to cop it, if we want to drop it. Copping means we're getting it. Dropping means kick it out the door, put it in the trash can, burn it in the incinerator. It's going to be hot dog crap.
Our first competitor is Hellboy, Web of, how was it pronounced again?
Web of Word.
Web of Word. Jojo, what do you think?
With it being a Hellboy game, anything Hellboy tends to be decent. Especially
Well, we don't talk about the last movie, but I get your point.
No, honestly, Hellboy is due for a redemption, so I'm gonna say Cop.
I'm gonna say Cop as well. Horizon Call of the Mountain. This is a launch title for the PlayStation VR 2. I'm saying Cop all the way. Horizon with what
Is
it's
that a
done
Horizon
so far.
Forbidden game?
No, this is the VR game. This is the VR games.
From if I recall it correctly, Cop.
Atomic Heart. What do you think, Jojo?
Cop, absolutely Cop. That anything with robots, especially robot. From what I've seen, robots with they got MILF bots in that game. I'm copping. Like that. That's a good game. That looks like a good game right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cop too. Even though I'm not a shooter guy, definitely say Cop. Street Fighter 6.
Cop.
Absolutely love the graphics on here. I know Meliodas has complained
Not
about
even
it in
a
the
Street
past.
Fighter fan.
Yeah,
I'm more of a Tekken guy, but I'm copping that.
Yeah,
the graphics look amazing.
Hades 2. I love the first game. Cop it.
Cop.
Gotta be.
Not even a debate. Copping that.
Okay, Judas. This is from the former Bioshock creators, right?
Look, I believe so. Yes. And honestly, it looks amazing. I'd cop that.
Yeah. Bayonetta Origins.
Drop.
Really?
I'm not much of a platformer guy, especially when it comes to Bayonetta. I want to be in the action. I want to have that 3D.
Yeah. It's an interesting concept, but I just don't know how well it's going to be executed just yet. I think I need to see more of this. So right now I'll say drop. Okay. Before we say cop or drop for this game, I just want to say something. So we had a trailer for Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, where they revealed Batman. And at the end, they revealed that Kevin Conroy will be voicing the character for the final time.
Yep.
And I just have to say, Kevin Conroy is always going to be remembered as the voice
of a living legend.
He did absolutely amazing as Batman. He started as Batman in the animated series and went on to the DC animated
DC
television
live action.
Yeah,
The
and Supergirl,
Arkham games.
The Arkham games, absolutely amazing. I think for me, the line that has always stuck with me during this time as Batman is "I am vengeance.
I am the
night.
I
am Batman."
Legendary.
Which people, I don't know how many people remember that was actually a opposite of earlier in that episode with Scarecrow, where Scarecrow said, "I am fear itself. I am the terror of Gotham. I am the Scarecrow." Batman then hit back, seeing this hallucination of his father. And right there, I think that's when everybody really associated Batman's voice with Kevin Conroy.
That's facts.
Yeah.
It was that episode and the episode with the Mad Hatter.
Oh, yeah.
From the original animated series. Those both. I want to say that and that scene. I don't know if you've seen it, Diggs, but that scene from Justice League War.
Yes.
Where he unveils his identity to Green Lantern. And
wait, that wasn't Conroy. That was that Conroy.
I swear that was Conroy.
I don't think that in War. I don't think that was Conroy. You might be thinking
it had to have been Conroy because Conroy voice is the voice of Batman.
I don't know, but
we might have to do some research. If I'm misspoken, I mean that's just it's a legendary Batman scene for me. That's basically what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
and that clip we got from the Game Awards though, absolutely amazing. Then that little debacle, the Harley Quinn, it's like, wait, Batman doesn't kill. It's just like,
and the message, "Thank you, Kevin."
Oh, heartstrings, heartstrings, cop.
Kevin, you are surely missed, and we cannot wait to hear your final performance. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, cop.
Star Wars, cop.
Yeah. Forspoken. I played the demo. I thought the demo was pretty good. Definitely little things that need to be fixed. What'd you say?
Drop. I'm gonna drop that.
I'm in between right now. I'm
I'm
gonna cheat.
More. I need to see more.
Death Stranding 2. This was a big surprise. We did not see this one coming from Hideo Kojima.
Cop, because I know that even though people say, "Oh, it's a walking simulator," it still looks the plot looks mighty thick.
I'm gonna say Cop because Hideo Kojima. I mean, he's a legend for a reason. Tekken 8. I know what you're gonna say, Jojo.
Give me my boys.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Drop. only because I haven't played the games yet and I don't really have a take on it.
Okay. Diablo 4.
Cop because it's Diablo.
Now, this was the biggest surprise trailer. Transformers Reactivate. I couldn't. That was the biggest surprise trailer for me because I did not think that was going to be a Transformers game. I mean,
dude, Optimus Prime has literally gone up so much in popularity on TikTok, but everyone is making him completely perverted. I love to see it. I personally can't. Total sidebar from what we were actually talking about, but sure. Transformers games. If it's a Transformers game like the War of Cybertron games, we're in for a real delicacy.
I know.
If it's like Battle for Cybertron or like Battlegrounds or whatever it was, the one that was like Mario Rabbids, I'm not gonna be looking forward to it. I'm gonna drop that. But if it's like first person and we can transform again like we used to do, cop that John right there. Yes, sir.
Warhammer Space Marine 2.
Cop, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cop. The first game was amazing back in like the 2010s. It was a breathtaking experience, and it just looks like it's going to be that much better. And I'm a Warhammer 40,000 fanboy, all right? I know what's coming into this game. They're bringing more of the Tyranids, which is those alien things that you saw. Those are the Tyranids. Those are some bad beasts right there, and they are suckers to kill. If you're getting that game, expect a bloodbath and a fun one at that. Cop it.
Crash Team Rumble. Crash literally crashing the Game Awards. I absolutely loved it. But I think we need to see more before I say cop.
Crash Team Rumble. Was that the Smash Bros, like the Mario Party version of Crash?
Not necessarily I don't know if it's necessarily like Super Smash or Mario Party. Might be like its own thing, but I want to see more of what you can do in that game before I say cop. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm trying to remember. Was it a fighting game or was it a?
It's sort of a fight game, sort of a collecting Wampa Fruit game. I just need to see more of it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fair.
Yeah,
I'll second that. I'll second that.
Yeah, the Lords of the Fallen. Now, this is one that Meliodas is excited about.
Usually, Meliodas and I have the same taste, so because of that, I'll say cop. I'll give it a cop.
Now, Armored Core 6. Now, I knew about Armored Core. I did not know that was a From Software series.
Yeah, that looks amazing. I'll say cop on that.
I will too.
Fantastic.
But I did not know that was From Software. I will be honest. I did not know that was From Software. Wild Hearts, this game, I believe that's being made by EA that has the feel of a Monster Hunter game. I'm a little wary about games like that, so I'm going to say drop until I see it come out.
That's fair. Especially because it's EA, and EA tends to crap the bed.
Yeah. And then Final Fantasy 16, cop.
I'll cop. I'll say cop that.
So those were the trailers. Now we're going to go through some of the top games that are coming out, and we're going to start with this.
You forget one. One that was missed, and that was Party Animals.
I thought that game already came out, I'll be honest.
Nah, it hasn't came out yet.
Okay. That's my bad. That's my bad, guys. That's my bad.
Well, I don't think it came out for consoles.
Okay.
I don't even think it came out for PC. I have my Steam up. I could double check it real quick. Party.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to go through this Watch Mojo
It has
list.
not come out yet.
Okay.
It's a brand new everything.
Okay.
But Gang Beasts, it looks like Gang Beasts, and that's probably where everyone's kind of getting that comparison. It looks amazing. I'm copying it.
So Watch Mojo came out with their annual upcoming releases, and I'm just gonna go through this, and then we're gonna talk about some of the biggest games that are coming out. So number 10, Redfall. Number 9, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Number 8, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Number 7, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Number 6, Hollow Knight Silksong. Number 5, Street Fighter 6. Number 4, Starfield. Number 3, Final Fantasy 16. Number 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2. And number 1, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And some honorable mentions, The Plunky Squire, Black Myth, Wukong, The Wolf Among Us 2, and Alan Wake 2. Now, personally, why is Hogwarts Legacy not on this list? But we can get into that later. So, Jojo, what do you think is the biggest game release? Not your own personal biggest, but what do you think could be
biggest one out of that entire list is going to be Spider-Man 2, just because of how long it's been since the sequel has been getting teased. I know people that are super fans of Spider-Man, and all they want to see is Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
That is all they want to see. When that game drops, the stores are going to be sold. That's a game that if you don't believe in pre-orders, you're going to want to pre-order it because it's going to be really hard to get a new copy. It's going to be like
I
it's going to
agree.
be a big release like Pokemon. It's going to be a big release like Call of Duty. Well, not Call of Duty, but like Pokemon.
And I think
For
another
those that
game
wanna
that we
get, like,
can,
the super editions, like the special editions and everything.
and I think another game that we can consider that is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That one's just going to be sold out in like 10 minutes after release. I think we all know that. I mean, Breath of the Wild was just a great game. It really changed the way you thought of open world games, and the fact they're making a sequel to this, which
Well,
they don't
Nintendo
really.
open world games. Let's not just say all open world. Nintendo open world.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But Nintendo doesn't normally do this with The Legend of Zelda. They don't normally do direct sequels to games, huh?
They don't, and it's working. And I love that they're being fluid with it.
Yeah,
Because Nintendo they're a company that is usually hard set in their ways. You never see sales with them. You're right when you say you never see any sequels or any direct sequels.
Yeah.
You see continuations of sagas and everything. I would say with the exception of some Mario games.
yeah.
But yeah, usually, we never see it like a direct sequel. And like this, anyone that's a Zelda fan, I'm not too much of a Zelda fan, but I understand the hype behind it. And if I were a Zelda fan, this is my top game of the entire year, for sure.
All right, let's go to Resident Evil 4 remake because let's be honest, it's one of the it's probably the biggest remake of the year. Yeah.
Any horror fans' top game on their wish list of the year, for sure. Just like I was saying earlier, it's probably going to be a hefty download. If anyone has a Series S, well, I'm an Xbox guy, so I can really only base it off of that. If anyone has a Series S and plays like big AAA games, they're going to need a storage expansion for it. I went and got one already. I'm about to like pre-order it rather soon, honestly.
What's weird is it's getting a PlayStation 4 version, but not an Xbox One version. Why do you think they?
That's common. That's pretty common. So
okay,
what they're doing is you can still play it on one, but it's truly optimized for Xbox Series S.
Okay.
So they did the same thing with the boxings for Modern Warfare 2. They did the same things for the Quarry. It's still going to be the same. I'm personally playing it on next gen on my flat screen TV. I'm not like I'm going ape with it. I'm bringing out all the bells and whistles. Another game I will say we did miss it going through it. Another game that everyone should be excited for, or at least hopeful for, is where is it? Where scroll down to where Resident Evil 4 is on the list there.
Sure. And we're looking at the list of games that are coming up this year.
It was
Skull and Bones.
There's three of them. Skull and Bones is one that's really good. Crime Boss Rockay City is another.
Yeah, when that game was announced, I was just shocked by how many people.
I saw Michael Madsen. I was like, yeah, take my money. And then another one I will say, just because it's in these kind of games, SpongeBob Cosmic Shake.
Yeah, that's interesting, but it's only coming out on last gen hardware. It's not coming out on next gen, which is
that's fine though. That's completely fine because you want to have that nostalgic feel to it. But you want to know what sold me on it? One of the trailers put Sweet Victory in all the playable.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
And Sweet Victory sits with me because it's one of my sounds you can play on my streams.
Oh yeah, Sweet Victory. I mean,
you're not a real SpongeBob fan if you don't know about Sweet Victory.
Yeah.
Or at least understand, like, if you like just seeing it nude in the new age of SpongeBob.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Now, this month, January, in a 7-day stretch, we're gonna get Fire Emblem Engage, Forspoken, and Dead Space remake.
Don't forget, I'm pretty sure One Piece Odyssey is coming out too.
That is coming out on the 13th, so in just a few days. Yeah, that as well. And then you're also getting Monster Hunter Rise on PlayStation and Xbox too. So yeah, there's a lot coming out.
Game Pass too, so I'm gonna be copping that for sure.
I think Meliodas is gonna get it too. And we all know KB absolutely loves Monster Hunter Rise. So
oh my God,
yeah.
It better be for cloud play too, because that's another game that my buddy and I can play.
Yeah. and I got into this a little bit, but I'm going to expand on this now. Hogwarts Legacy. I really think that this game is going to be very, very good.
I'm on the fence with it, man. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie to you. Only because a lot of people, and it's based solely on expectations. Like,
Okay.
a lot of people were getting like mixed vibes about it when it was starting to get released. It does look good. I need to see more. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I make a final decision after its release.
Yeah. Wild Hearts comes out February 17th. 4 days later, on the 21st, Atomic Heart comes out, and we've already talked about those games.
Another Game Pass release.
February 22nd is when PlayStation VR 2 comes out, and apparently there's going to be over 30 games at launch, one of which Horizon Call of the Mountain. And I mean, it's a Horizon game in VR. This is going to be the system seller. If this game turns out as good as we all think it's going to be, then I think PlayStation VR 2 is going to be off to a really good start. And Jojo, what's your opinion on PlayStation VR 2? Just get some quick thoughts on that.
I'm more of an Xbox guy, so I mean, just say everything you need to say about that.
Yeah, I know.
As far as VR games, like they have a lot of promising stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot that there was like this Dungeon Dice game, I think, that they were releasing for it, and it looked amazing. It looked spectacular. It reminded me of some OG Yu-Gi-Oh! The show, not the game, not the card game, but the show. Just how like the Dungeon Dice looked in that game. I would love to see this happen personally. I'm not sure if it's a possibility, but if Disney made a pirate dice game for the VR, 4-person online multiplayer, and like the final boss in the story mode would be Davy Jones, and the guy that plays Davy Jones would make a comeback, would come back and like recast him. I will say this. Let me cut in real quick, Diggs.
Sure, go right ahead.
Sons of the Forest is going to be a big release in February. Huge release. Anyone that's a Destiny 2 fan, they're going to get that last expansion with Lightfall on the 28th.
And then on the 24th, we have
Kirby's
Return
to Dreamland Deluxe.
And Octopath Traveler 2 comes out the same day.
I also got to talk about Blood Bowl 3. I know there are people out there that love Blood Bowl. I personally never got into it, but I also understand the hype behind the game series. It's going to be, I heard nothing but good things about it. In March, Last of Us Part 1 is coming to Windows. It's going to be a major cop. Long Fallen Dynasty is another one, and it looks amazing. I've been waiting on that for a while now. I'm also excited about Fatal Frame.
Same day as Fatal Frame is Skull and Bones, and Skull and Bones I feel like is the biggest boom or bust game for this year.
Absolutely. Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Like Sea of Thieves. It reminds everyone of Sea of Thieves, which I also play again. It's addicting.
I hope you mean Sea of Thieves now and not Sea of Thieves when it first came out.
Sea of Thieves when it first came out was still fun. You just had to have friends to play it with.
Yeah.
Now it's even more fun. It's less strenuous.
Oh my god, I did not realize this. Bayonetta Origins and Star Wars Jedi Survivor comes out on the same day, March 17th. I did not realize.
Nintend's going to take a bust on that. They're not outselling a Star Wars game.
No, especially when you're talking about a sequel to Fallen Order, which was absolutely amazing.
And then he comes out with the lightsaber at the Game Awards to showcase it. Oh, I love that.
I know. Absolutely amazing. System Shock is supposed to come out in March as well. I believe this is a remake of the first.
Crime Boss Rockade comes out 4 days after Resident Evil 4. That comes out on a Tuesday.
Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. I mean, Mega Man's Mega Man. One of the most iconic characters out there.
Wasn't a big fan of Mega Man. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Dead Island 2 comes out April 28th. Now that game did just get a delay as well, so just keep that in mind. But I do think Dead Island 2 is going to come out this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been long enough.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes out May 26th.
Legend of Zelda
2 weeks before Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom comes out. I like the fact that Suicide Squad comes out 2 weeks after Legend of Zelda.
June is packed, though. June is nothing but hits.
Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16.
And RoboCop Rogue City. Don't forget about RoboCop. That looks disgusting. Looks gross.
And then Baldur's Gate 3 comes out in August. No release date just yet. Or Windows. Wait, that's only come out. Huh?
I will say Alan Wake 2 has been confirmed for this year, but there is no release date.
Yeah.
That's going to be big. Aliens Dark Descent is another one. That got a lot of foothold. Arc 2, if it's good. I know a lot of people. I have a lot of friends that are Arc fans. Here's a game that I think is going to be overhyped, and that's Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Okay, explain.
Let's not beat around the bush here. Assassin's Creed Valhalla was great, but the new Assassin's Creed games are so hard to get into for those OG fans. For those OG like let's just like go parkour, no RPG system. We want that feel again. Now I have high hopes that Mirage will divert back to that, but I'm not going to hold my breath because of how Ubisoft wants to go forward with the production of those games.
That's fair.
That's
okay.
my take.
I will admit that is fair. That is fair. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I did not know they were making a Battlefield mobile game. That does not sound like
it's gonna drop. It's gonna flop.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna flop so bad.
Blue Protocol. That's an interesting one. I'll be honest. That's an interesting one.
Give it that.
Okay. I thought Disney Dreamlight Valley already came out. When is that game?
It's early access right now.
Right. Early access.
So the full release will come out sometime this year. I will admit I played a little. I've been playing it too. It's fun. It's addicting.
Dune Spice Wars. Now,
also early access. Also heard nothing but good things about it.
For Dune?
For Dune Spice Wars, yes.
Yeah, I'm not shocked because Dune, they just have a way of making good games from the Dune IP. Everywhere. Do you know about this? Everywhere?
I don't know about everywhere, but I do know about that Fallout 4 revamp for next gen consoles.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for it. Not gonna lie to you.
Everywhere, I'm gonna admit, interests me, but because I don't know what exactly this is supposed to be. And it's kind of weird. It's like we don't know too much about it.
But that's the mystery about it though.
Yeah.
It kind of wants you wanting to know more.
Yeah. Exo Primal. Oh my god. The Dino Crisis
game. That's enough for me. It's a Capcom game. That's enough for me.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I know a lot of people cannot wait to see more of that game. You already know.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Forza Motorsport.
On the fence about it. I'm not
really
sure how that's going to go.
Okay.
I have high hopes for it, but I don't know. I just see myself getting less and less into a Forza game nowadays, especially after Ken Block. Like, that was just detrimental to me.
Goodbye Volcano High. This one was revealed during the PlayStation 5 Future Gaming live stream. It's an interesting concept. I want to see how it's executed. Hollow Knight Silksong. I mean, the original Hollow Knight, absolutely amazing. Metroidvania game. You know, people are going to go crazy with that. Homeworld 3. I feel like we've heard about Homeworld 3 for a while now, and we're just waiting to see what happens when it does get released. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree. Yeah.
This is the one thing I never thought I'd be made into a game. Killer Crowns from Outer Space.
That actually kind of looks good. So does House Flipper 2. As someone who's been playing the first House Flipper, it's a lot of that game's a lot of fun. Can't wait to see what the second one brings.
I can't wait to see when Liza P comes out.
I heard good things about that.
Oh yeah, I remember the trailer and I'm like, yeah, this looks good. Oh, the Lollipop Chainsaw remake.
Oh wait, Lollipop Chainsaw is getting a remake.
Oh yeah.
Oh, copying that. I'm copying that. Do you know about the hidden achievement in that game?
I do.
Yeah,
I do actually.
Yeah, and now it's just like, and those of you who know, can we is it right to explain for those of you, everyone who doesn't know?
Go right ahead.
So, Lollipop Chainsaw there was an achievement that you honestly probably didn't want to get, but you kind of got anyway. For those who wanted to 100% it, it was the achievement of shame, is what everyone used to call it. Basically, for all the pervs that were out there trying to peek up her skirt, the game is set to where it makes it almost impossible. Sometimes it's a very rare percentage that you get lucky, and if you do, you get an achievement that goes up that you earned it, saying, "Oh, you like basically saying you're nasty." And that was like the running joke with that game back on the 360 days. Cannot wait for that. That game getting a remake. Honestly, I'm hyped. That game actually was a lot of fun. You know what I would love to see get a remake? Naughty Bear.
Never heard of it.
Really?
No, I haven't. I'll be honest.
Dude, it was basically God, I'm trying to think of a game that's just like it. It was basically you're familiar with Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So imagine that with teddy bears, but the main teddy bear, you're not playing as a survivor. You're playing as the main teddy bear that's so peed off that he just wants to kill or kick the living crap out of the other teddy bears.
Oh my god. Okay.
And you can use machetes, you can use chainsaws, gas burners, a garden hose, anything. It's basically like you get scored off of how intense the kill is. It's awesome, and you gotta scare them to kill them. It's amazing. It was such a fun game.
We've already talked about Lords of the Fallen and Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
Minecraft Legends. Oh, there's a mobile Mortal Kombat game. Did not know that.
I'm not even gonna touch it because it's mobile.
Oh, Pikmin 4. I keep forgetting about Pikmin
4. And Payday 3 are games that I would touch.
And then Pragmata. Remember, this was the game that was revealed that was also revealed at the PlayStation 5 Future of Gaming. It's being done by Capcom. I want to see more of this.
I also want to see more of this.
Redfall.
And Remnant 2. Remnant 2, I will say Remnant 2 looks amazing. Oh, that's a sequel for Remnant of the Ashes.
You know what? I'm more excited about Redfall than I am Starfield. I'll be honest. Starfield, I know Todd Howard's a great game developer, and we haven't had a game from him since Fallout 4. But I don't know. It just seems like stuff we've seen before in space type of games. I don't know.
They're basically trying to recreate the magic that Mass Effect had when it released. It's
yeah,
kind of what they're going for. But I respect it because Mass Effect's been kind of taking the fumble.
Yeah,
a little bit, not too much, but a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking.
Legendary Edition was amazing, but Andromeda we don't like to talk about.
No,
like
we do not. We do not talk about Andromeda ever again.
Just like
ever again.
76. Also, Diggs Gaming.
Yeah.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
But with Starfield, a lot of people have been comparing it to No Man's Sky, whether it's fair or not.
Oh, if it's gonna be like No Man's Sky off release, it's gonna flop.
Yeah.
With No Man's Sky honestly flopped because everyone off of release because everyone was discovering and claiming planets, and next thing you know, the one thing they were selling for with the game, and no one could do.
Yeah, and just how big this game is going to be, I believe they said there's going to be a lot in this game. All the planets that you can explore. I can't even remember what the number was, but it was just something crazy of all the planets you can explore. So, yeah, I want this game to be good. I do.
I'm not going to have high hopes for it.
Yeah. What? Oh, Returnal PC edition. That
PC can't handle it. So I'm not going to worry about
it. Stalker 2.
Star Wars. I'm more excited for Star Wars Hunters. I don't care. I'll get that for my Switch. I don't care. I will say that there's a sort
of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I forgot that was coming out.
Oh, yep. No, copping that. I will be copping that for sure.
Now Warhammer has Space Marine 2 and Bolt Gun coming out this year.
Screw Bolt Gun. I'm getting Space Marine 2.
And then one of my favorites,
my opinion,
The Wolf Among Us 2.
Wolf Among Us, I've never played Wolf Among Us. I know those games are great.
Yeah, they're great.
I have no doubt that that's going to be great too.
Yeah. Telltale coming back with The Wolf Among Us. Oh my God. Absolutely going to be amazing. So that's basically all the big games and games that interest us that are going to be coming out this year. Now, before we go, we're going to talk about E3 a little bit. The fact that E3 is coming back. Jojo, how does that feel knowing that we're going to have E3 again?
Wait, it's coming back?
Yeah. In June. Let me look it up real quick.
Can they have it on the East Coast for once and stop being snobby with the LA?
No, it's still going to be in LA. So it starts on June 13th. It's going to end on June 16th.
Have it in New York. Have it in DC, like Comic-Con. Like switch it around. Switch it around like the TwitchCon. Switch it around a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm hyped because I'm every other rally, every other expo, it's been losing traction. Even State of Play. I do not rock with the State of Plays. I rock with E3. Y'all got to stop going with your divide and conquer for COVID. COVID's just about over. Get on the ball. Get your vaxes, get your yada yada yadas, and go and have for E3. It's not about y'all, it's about the fans.
Yeah, E3 is coming back as both an online and an in-person event. And keep this in mind. It's going to be under a new it's going to be under new leadership. So we have to keep that in mind as well. But
as long as it's under better leadership than 343, I mean, we'll be all right. Yeah, burrowing Halo Infinite into the ground.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's not talk about that. But the fact that E3 is coming back and we thought it was dead in the water, that was never going to come back.
We thought it was extinct, Diggs. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Yeah. But it's coming back, and I'm curious who you think is going to be there when it does come back. I feel like the big three have to be there. Huh?
Is it happening this year?
Yes, June 13th to the 16th.
Vin Diesel will be there because he was like the guy for R2. So if they're releasing R2 this year, if they truly are releasing R2 this year, then Vin Diesel's going to be there to promote it, just like Keanu Reeves was there to promote Cyberpunk.
That's a good point.
I'm not talking Xbox, Nintendo. They're going to be there.
They have to be. I know PlayStation skipped the last few times, but they had a big.
I think Gun Media is going to be there to promote Texas Chainsaw for sure.
Okay. EA's got to be there.
EA, Ubisoft, all the big companies are going to be there. Blizzard's going to be there, probably to tease some like stuff. And then I want to say some representative from Apple or Amazon. Honestly, I think probably Amazon. Jeff Bezos or somebody who runs his like gaming department might be there because they've been releasing games left and right with Amazon games.
And they're also going to be publishing the new Tomb Raider game. That's been confirmed.
So yeah, Amazon's going to be there. Everyone's going to be there. I'm waiting for Disney to dip their toes in the pond at this point. I know like Disney Interactive has their game, but I'm waiting for Disney to make a studio. Next thing you know, Disney is going to be making a studio, and you can quote me on this, y'all. Disney is going to make a game creation studio. They're going to pour big bucks into it, and they're going to monopolize it just like everything else. And then they're gonna be within the top dogs. And next thing, then you're gonna be making consoles, everything. They're gonna buy out consoles, the whole shebang bang. They're gonna buy it because they buy everything. They're gonna be making all the Marvel games, everything. They're gonna buy Insomniac and Sony.
Yeah, let's not forget it wasn't too long ago that they were shopping around the Spider-Man IP for a new studio, and PlayStation was the one that jumped on it. You think Xbox regrets?
I'm sorry. I'm just to double back on that. Disney right now could literally buy the rights to Spider-Man from Sony with all the billions of dollars they have. They should. They need to.
Well, remember, the only thing that Sony has is the movie rights. Marvel
like,
still has the game and the television right and the TV series rights. They have everything else. It's only the movie rights, which is crazy when you think about it.
They should buy the movie rights. Just cut a deal with them. Even if they ask for a high price, just give it to them. Wouldn't you want to just create the movies you guys want to? Kevin Feige wants to create Spider-Man movies. He wants to create Spider-Man. How dope would it be to have like a series of Spider-Man leading up to the next movie of him just learning how to be Spider-Man on his own during the reset? It'd be dope. Him fighting with Daredevil, him fighting with freaking Moon Knight, like all the like Luke Cage, all the Defenders. Like it'd be awesome. We want to see it, and I want to see the Young Avengers. I want to see young T'Challa. I want to see T'Challa's son. I want to see young T'Challa. That's another thing I want to see. They need to redo another Marvel Avengers game because the Square Enix crapped the bed.
And to go back to E3,
the
fact that it's going to be back, and the fact that we could see everybody there, nothing's been confirmed yet. But to know that it is coming back, it's a great feeling to have. I can't wait to see who shows up. And it's going to be interesting with Summer Game Fest as well. What Jeff Keighley's going to do with E3 now back in the June spot. What Jeff Keighley's going to do with that. That's all I want to say. And I mean, this is going to be an exciting year for gaming. It's going to be exciting. And Jojo, anything else you want to add?
Oh, you know what? I will touch base on this.
Okay.
NCAA, I know it's not coming out this year, but NCAA football got pushed back another year to 2024. That is the next game that I am going to be hype about as far as sports games. I'm not getting another sports game unless it's MLB. I can't even play Madden anymore. It's not fun. I want NCAA football. And if that goes well, give us NCAA basketball. And if that goes well, honestly, let's keep it going. NCAA baseball or lacrosse. Let's get a lacrosse game in there. Let's do NCAA games again. Let's bring that back. Because I don't know if you've been watching gamer TikTok, But those videos of like people playing NCAA football 14 are super popular right now. They're widely popular. And that's something that we all need in the gaming world now.
And I got nothing else to add. This has been our New Year special.
And also, everyone, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. We will be back with our gaming news very soon. As always, I am Diggs Gaming.
And it's your boy Jojo.
And we will see you guys next time.